Hello and welcome everybody to this brief XTB Market update. My name is Walid Koudmani, Chief Market Analyst, and very interesting start to the week with some major moves across the markets. Of course, the Credit Suisse news continues to be the highlight in the markets, and we're going to be taking a look at some of the moves that have been happening at the start of this week. A lot also to keep an eye on from a macro point of view with the Fed decision this Wednesday. But let's take a look at gold and how the price has moved over the beginning of this week. So starting the week with a really important move, breaking above the key $2,000 level, reaching the highest level in about a year since March of last year. However, pulling back significantly over 2% and then testing actually and trading below the highs from last week. Very interesting also to note that the US dollar index has been pulling back and the dollar has been pulling back as well as some reassurance has entered the market. Of course, traditionally, gold can be considered or is considered by some a sort of a safe haven asset. However, and we have seen it have that kind of a role as some of this news developed, particularly following the news of the US banks, which was then followed, of course, by the huge news of Credit Suisse, the tanking of their shares, the intervention of the Swiss government, the Swiss National Bank, and then over the weekend, a very important meeting that took place announcing the buyout essentially of Credit Suisse by UBS, creating the largest entity in Switzerland as far as a bank goes when it comes to something other than the Swiss National Bank, of course. So a pullback, if we want to draw a potential reaction zone at the moment, I'll just pull this yellow line here, and we can see that this area seems to be acting as a support around 1970. Not a coincidence, of course. Sometimes it happens that psychological levels like round numbers tend to have a significance of some sort. And we can also see that they were tested as a support in the past, pre-price reaction zone. But very important to note that the price did break through $2,000 before pulling back in a very reactive move, it seems. It does continue the upward trend, as I mentioned, that was seen as the risk-off asset kind of took off. But at the same time, things remain quite volatile and could be changing as the week goes on. There's many events, as I mentioned, the Fed, and any news, of course, that emerges that further dissuades investors from riskier assets could have an impact on this market. So thank you very much for watching, and stay up to date with XTB News.